Changes around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, no.
What's going on, you guys? How are we all doing? Welcome back. I'm the FPL Penguin, back with another stream for you all. And today's stream, we'll be talking about Gameweek 21 and overlooked players at the moment. So players that are quite low ownership at this very moment of time, and some good players, you know, those players we could probably look at bringing in, consider bringing in for Gameweek 21 that I feel like are going under the radar. So we've got Dylan and chat. How you doing, Dylan? Hi Penguin, how are you? I'm good, mate. I just wanted to do this out of the blue stream. No face cam today, but just out of the blue. Any overlooked players, you guys in chat, I feel going under the radar, please do fire them away and see if I do mention them in this stream as well. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into this. And the first player I want to talk about is Coufal. Now Coufal, he's owned by 7.3%, very, very lowly owned, and he's very cheap as well, 4.7. At the moment, according to FPL, he's only got 4 assists. He's starting vast majority of games, getting really good minutes under his belt, averaging 90 minutes per game, 65 points in total. As you see, he's got Liverpool at home, he's got Villa, then he's got Fulham, then he's got Sheffield United. Now, barring Liverpool, I feel Villa away, Fulham away, and Sheffield United seem lovely fixtures for him. He's very attacking, and if you have a look quickly, shout out to SofaScore. This is his heat map on the far right hand side, as you can see there, and he's played 16, started 16, and he's a very, very good player. He's getting the minutes on his belt, and he just bombs up that right side of the field, and he just maybe puts in a good cross every now and again. He's got some good ratings as well, as you can see, against Brighton, Everton, Burnley, West Brom and Palace. He looks a good player, very, very cheap as well. You could have him for the Liverpool game, he could cause some damage to that Liverpool team. I mean, hell, we're not looking like scoring at the moment. And, you know, you've got Villa, Sheffield United and Fulham, good one to have there, very, very cheap. So he, to me, is going under the radar, I feel. I do feel he's going under the radar, and I feel people need to probably consider bringing him in to their teams. Another one I want to talk about as well, bring him up, is... who's the other one? Saka. Let's talk about Saka for the moment. So we've got Saka as well, as you can see right here. He's got some decent stats as well. He's got 5 goals and 3 assists to his name so far this season. He's quite cheap, not as cheap as Coufal though. He's 5.4 priced at, and he's 11.3% owned. Now, he's a bit more highly owned than Coufal, obviously, but I do feel Saka is a lovely gem to own. Even though he's just past that 10% mark, and I'm trying to aim for players out just under that 10% mark, I do feel he's going under the radar as well, very, very underrated, and I feel he could reach as high as 20% with ownership, because he's got some good fixtures ahead, and I feel Arsenal could give Manchester United a very, very good game indeed. You got Wolves, you got Villa, and you got Leeds there as well, so Saka is another one to consider as well. If we quickly have a look as well at his map, heat map and everything. Let's have a quick look at that. As you can see, he takes corners too, and he bombs down the left and right hand side of the field. 5 goals there and 2 assists according to SofaScore, and shots per game 1.6, and key passes per game 1.4 on average. So he's a very good player to look at as well. If we compare him to the likes of God knows who, probably Harvey Barnes, somebody who else I want to talk about later in the stream. As you can see, Saka is green and Barnes is blue. Barnes just edging it attacking wise, but creativity, Saka's just edging it there past Barnes. So he's another one to go for as well, I would say. Faddy, how you doing? Hi, Salah and Watkins for Kane and Souček plus 2 million in the bank. I think that's good. I want to see how Salah does tonight against Spurs, mate. But if he doesn't do anything, I know he's got some good fixtures against West Ham and Brighton. So I would like to keep him for that. If I give the advice, I give you some tips there, and give you my opinion. But I don't think it's a bad idea. Souček, I believe he's got some right fixtures. He could do something against Liverpool. Kane is a good one too. So I'd probably see how Salah does tonight and then make a decision on that. Dylan, I've got Coufal. You've had Coufal since game week 7. My God, he's a good player, very cheap, and he's a good player. Coufal really is. Another player to look at. I know some people are saying Foden, but he's not getting much game time. He's very rotational. He's not as nailed as Saka. So I just think player to avoid at the moment because he's not getting the game time. The other player would probably say, what about James Rodríguez? Because didn't he do well, or was that against Sheffield Wednesday where he got a goal against Leicester? As you can see there, he did pick up a goal against Leicester. So is this James Rodríguez? Is he coming back now? Is he becoming the old James Rodríguez of old? And he did miss a few games. You can see there, 4 games from 12 to 15. And then he only played 26 minutes against West Ham. So he could be another cheap gem to look at as well. Now that everyone's fit, Digne, Richarlison, DCL, everyone seems to be fit now. Allen's on his way back. Decore is back this week after his suspension. So maybe the old Everton from the early in the season will return. He's priced at 7.7 million. And he's on by 8.6%. Now, obviously he's more expensive than Saka and all that. But I feel like he could be another nice gem as well, a nice differential gem. Got some decent fixtures, and maybe this Everton side, now they've got everyone fit again, could become the Everton of old. Who knows? Other players as well to probably talk about. I like to talk about Danny Ings as well. He doesn't get not being talked about as much, should we say. He's about 8.4 million. And he's only on by 7.7%. He had that injury. He missed quite a few games. He didn't do anything against Arsenal. But we've seen what Villa losing 3-2 to Burnley. Was it last night in game week 20? So Danny Ings, to me, could be a lovely, lovely player to have in our teams because he could really hurt that Villa defence. It looks shaky. So does Southampton's. But I feel if they can see 3 to Burnley, then I feel like Danny Ings could be rubbing his hands together. Looking forward to this fixture. Got Man United as well, who lost 2-1 to Sheffield United. I had to laugh there. But okay, we've got Newcastle there as well. You got Wolves. So Danny Ings would be a lovely one for the next 2 to 3 fixtures. Probably 3 fixtures, and see how he does there. Newcastle not looking great themselves. So he's a lovely player that's been overlooked at this very moment of time. Hey there, Pet. How you doing, mate? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Only a quick stream, just out of the blue. Not doing face cam today. Probably another in my next stream. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow, guys. For the deadline. Well, deadline's Saturday, isn't it? So I'll probably be doing a pre-deadline stream for you all. Dylan's saying one of my overlooked players is Lookman versus West Brom. Now, Lookman. Fulham playing some attacking football at the minute, but I tend to say avoid these, likes of West Brom and Fulham. But if we have a quick look at Lookman for you, mate, he's on by 1.4%. Good shout, mate. Good shout, and I like it. Thanks for putting it out there. 5 million. As you can see, he's got 3 goals and 3 assists to his name so far this season. He's a nice little cheap gem, and I had him for a few games, and he did all right, and then I got rid of him. But he's a nice little cheap gem. He really is. And he could do well, because if you look at his fixtures, he's got West Brom away, former championship team from last season. Then you've got Leicester, who they did beat away from home. And didn't Lookman get something in that game? In the vice versa, the away fixture. And then you've got West Ham, and then you've got Everton, you've got Sheffield United. I'll tell you something, Dylan. I think it's a lovely, lovely pick, and I think he could be a lovely one to go for. So thanks, mate, for putting it out there. And but yeah. So guys, if you've got any as well, throw them in there. Any overlooked players you feel going under the radar for this week, do let me know. So we have a look again at some more. Have a little scroll down. I'm usually looking at ones under 10% or just above 10%. Ward-Prowse takes 3 kicks, and maybe Sterling. Sterling's going a bit under the radar. He did do all right against West Brom, and But yeah, he seems to be a good one. A lot of people probably opting for him over KDB while KDB's out injured. He's got two lovely fixtures ahead: Sheffield United and Burnley. Now, you know, he could possibly do something in those two games. I think he's a good punt to go for, and I think he's probably gone under the radar, especially for the Sheffield United game. I don't know what you guys think. Do let me know. And if we have a look, is there any more we can talk about? Any more overlooked players? Players being overlooked. So if we look here, I think maybe Matt Targett, because Targett did get an assist in that game, didn't he? Against Burnley. Now, a lot of people hyping him up as well. He got an assist against Newcastle as well. He got 3 assists so far this season. He's same as Coufal, 4.7 million, and he's 6% owned. He's got Southampton, West Ham, and Arsenal, and Brighton. Villa 50-50 are keeping the clean sheets, but someone like Targett, he's getting the returns, isn't he? So he's another lovely cheap gem being overlooked as well, I feel. Who else is there as well? Digne. Should we talk about him as well? Huge hype. We know what he's like. He's, I feel like, one of these fullbacks that, you know, he's being overlooked a lot. He's got 6 assists to his name so far this season, as you can see. And he's priced at 6 million. He's got an ownership of 5.2%. Now, it's quite a hefty price. It's quite a hefty price. More expensive than Coufal and Targett, 1.3 more expensive. But I feel Digne is a lovely premium fullback to go for, lovely defender to go for. And if we look at Everton's fixtures, I'm not too sure what the fixtures are like. They're reasonably okay if you look at them. Newcastle, who they lost to 2-1 though, away from home. Then they lost 1-0 at home to Leeds. I'm not sure if Digne played in those games, if you want to let me know if he did or not. Manchester United has got Fulham. So I'll tell you something, I think, you know, when you look down as well, Burnley at home, West Brom away, Crystal Palace at home, further down, I feel if you want to get that premium defender in, a lot of people getting rid of Robertson and Trent now, maybe go for Digne. He is playing as a left winger now, so probably look at getting him in. And if we just have a quick look at his stats as well. Digne, where are you? And you can see here, he loves to bomb down that left side of the field. And I think he takes corners too, I'm not too sure. But he looks a very, very good player. Shots per game, 0.3, nothing interesting. Key passes, 1.9, bit more better. But he looks a good player, very, very solid player. He looks very good. Yeah, there's Gündogan for half price. Yeah, Gündogan as well. We're going to get to him as well, mates. I think he's further down. I think I've maybe probably passed him. Rodríguez is good and cheap and start last 3 games. A lot of people talking about him, Faddy. A lot of people talking about him. Also, his German, that is German, and he will start because the manager also German. But yeah, so I feel Zuma's probably out of favour now. Who knows? But that's Digne. Got to see how he does. I don't know where Gündogan is. Probably past him. Have I passed Gündogan? Let's just have a look further down first. But yeah, a lot of people. Maguire scoring. Was it against Sheffield United? He's a alright one, but it's Maguire, isn't it? We also got Harvey Barnes in there as well. I want to talk about Harvey Barnes. Now, I don't know who you guys prefer. Do you want to get in chat and let me know? Who do you prefer for a Leicester asset? Tielemans, Barnes, or Maddison? Who do you prefer? If you can only choose one, who would you prefer of the 3? Maddison, Barnes, or Tielemans? He's a very, very good one. I feel like he's going to be very overlooked. I think a lot of people will be opting for Maddison. He's about 11 to 12% owned, Maddison, I think. Now, someone like Barnes, I'm leaning more towards him. He looks very, very sharp, and I feel he scored against, was it? He got an assist against there. He's returned in the last 3 games, as you can see, against Everton, Chelsea, and Southampton. And he's looking very, very good. He's got a return in his last 5 appearances, so he could be a good one to go for. So he's very good. So if you have a look at his stats as well, I just type in here Barnes, and if we compare him to somebody like Maddison, now I think probably Maddison's going to probably edge it. Now, if you've watched my other videos, do check out my other short videos which I put out the other day, last night. So to show you how this works, as you can see here, Harvey Barnes is green, Maddison is blue, and Maddison, obviously, he's just taken over there, isn't he? He looks the better one, but I still feel Harvey Barnes is being overlooked. As you can see, that's his heat map on the right hand side of the screen. but I just feel he's probably been overlooked. Yusuf, how you doing, mate? We've got 2 Barnes in there, Barnes. So that's very good to see, because I am looking at Barnes myself. The new player, Odegaard, is that Odegaard? That's how you pronounce his name. Is now in the game, 6 million. I don't know much about him, mate. But I'm going to see what he's like, if he's going to start games. We've got to see how he does. But I won't be rushing in to get him anytime soon. But I don't know what he's like. Is he a good player? But we'll have to see what he's like. Traore, just avoid him. Just avoid him, guys. Che Adams isn't a bad shout. I remember telling someone in our group, Nath, shout to you. 5.9 million, 5.5% owned. A lot of people are opting for Ings, but if you can't afford Ings, get yourself a Che Adams. He's a good differential. I know he's not returned since game week 13, but 4 goals and 5 assists. He's a nice, relatively, cheap gem to go for. And he could probably do something, maybe go from maybe later in a few more weeks. But I feel like he's probably being overlooked as well. Martial's in there as well, but I tell you who I do prefer is Cavani over Martial. I think Man United just keep starting Cavani over Martial. That would be a good idea. So if you look down here as well, any more players to probably consider, I would probably say, as we know now, El Ghazi, but how long is he going to keep his place? That's the thing. He's not returned since game week 16, so I think we probably just avoid him for now. We don't know what's going to happen when Trezeguet returns also. We've also got Richarlison. He could be, now that he's back, he's fully fit and ready to go. He's not returned since 13, but could this Everton side go back to the old Everton side? And look what he did at the start of the season. He got a hat-trick of an assist against West Brom. So he could be a good one to go for. And he got Newcastle Leeds in there as well, so he's probably being overlooked too. Another one that I think is being overlooked is probably Rodrigo. He's a nice differential, cheaper than Bamford. He's 5.7 million, 3.3% owned. We know what Leeds like. They're very, very attacking. They're just scoring that goal. And this guy, instead of, he's taken over now. It's not all about Barnes. Rodrigo got an assist against Newcastle, and he's playing as like an attacking centre mid, Rodrigo. So he's another one to consider also. I would say Cavani, but he's not getting much, minutes. He's going to start, then you don't know if he's going to start. But if he does start, he does get the minutes. Mopé in there as well. He's 6.1 at the minute, so he could be a good one. He's 7 goals and 1 assist. I think he takes penalties also, but he's got some tough games. So it's going to be interesting to see how Brighton do. I do right there. But if we have a little scroll back up, should we see where Gündogan is? Should we talk about Gündogan? Because he is... He's another good one to go for, but he's at 12.8% owned. A lot of people going from now, they're getting the idea, they're jumping on the bandwagon. He's a good one to go for, Sheffield United and Burnley. And if we have a little nosy up here, I'll tell you who's a good one. Definitely look at Tielemans. Tielemans taking penalties for Leicester, so he's a good one. We'll get to Tielemans in a minute. As you can see, he's all over the field at the minute, and he looks like he's taking corners. You can see at the far right-hand off the side of that field, right there. And he's doing very well. I've had him since the blank game week, and he did well for me in the double game week, and he did well against West Brom also. Shots per game 1.8 and 1.4 on key passes. He just looks a very good player, doesn't he, Gündogan? He really does. Also, I want to throw out there as well, Tielemans. He's a very good player to probably consider. Getting more people in chat. How are we all doing? Hope everyone's doing well. If you're enjoying the stream, please leave it a like. Give it a like right now. Hit the like button. And if you're new around here, please do consider subscribing and check out my other videos also. And it's really, really awesome. So thank you for your support as always. Dylan's saying Barnes is the best. Tielemans is inconsistent, and Maddison loses form usually and comes off in the 70th minute. True, very true. I think Barnes is the Leicester player to look at. I think he is being overlooked. And he's a nice little gem to, consider. Barnes has more expected goals or some such. Yes. Should I go for DCL? DCL, mate, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. I think DCL is, DCL. But I think he's just gone a bit quiet. I feel even with Richarlison, look at Digne back, I still think he's going to be a bit quiet. So it could do something against Newcastle. Newcastle just look absolutely bad, don't they? They look absolutely bad. So I'd say with DCL, you could consider him, go for the punt, maybe captain him against Newcastle and see what he does. But I'm not rushing in to get him in anytime soon myself. It's so hard to have Barnes on the bench. I don't trust Everton. I don't trust Everton either, mate. I don't trust them either. I just think they're just inconsistent and they're not that great. better Barnes than Souček on the bench. My God, yeah, people who have Souček on the bench, my God. I had Antonio. I mean, Souček, not Barnes. Hello, Penguin. Scholes, how you doing, mate? I messed up really bad. I forgot to get my transfers in. Oh, no, mate. Oh, no. Who were you looking to bring in? Was that for Gameweek 20? I always got Dylan as well. Bowen hasn't looked bad. I've had him for a few weeks, but sold him this week for Gündogan. Interesting. But I think Gundogan's really the man on form at the minute. Very cheap, and he's a nice differential to go for. Definitely keep looking at him. So this is Tielemans. You know, we know he's taking penalties while Vardy's out. It looks like he's taking corners. What? Who the hell is taking Leicester's corners? I don't know. But Maddison or Tielemans probably sharing. But as you can see, shots per game 1.1, and key passes not much on key passes because he's playing as a CDM. But he looks a good player. So if you have a quick look on how, can we have a look how he did? Let's have a look at people's heat maps. Let's have a look at the heat maps of, because we want to show you a few people. So you can see, hopefully you can see that. That's DCL's heat map, as you can see there. And this is also Luca Dean's heat map. So it's all going to the right hand side, going towards the right, as you can see the arrow. And then if we look at, also have a look as well, James Rodríguez, who's playing more at the back, as you can see. So that's James Rodríguez. If we just delete a few now. So the heat maps you're going to see now are going towards the left, attacking towards the left-hand side. So if you look at Maddison, Harvey Barnes, and Tielemans, those are the guys' heat maps against Everton, that 1-1 draw. Attacking towards the left-hand side, as you can see. So, yeah, so Tielemans is getting quite up the pitch like he's a Souček. Barnes is getting himself in the box a bit more, and Maddison's taking a corner. So these guys are a bit all over the field, getting themselves playing some very good attacking football. So those are the heat maps, as you can see there. Shout out to SofaScore. Hope you're all doing well, guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, join the bubbly bunch army. And but yeah, so what about Chelsea midfield? The only one I see potentially getting points probably Hudson-Odoi. Cheap attacking midfielder, looks like he might keep his place. It could be. He's a very, very good player. Some people were saying he was playing attacking full back, but he was probably playing right winger. But he could be a nice one. But Chelsea not scoring at the minute. But he's probably the new manager. Tuchel's probably getting things his way in this team. So give him a bit more time and see what happens. See if Cho is a good one to go for. KDB. Are you going to do KDB to Gündogan? Scholes. Oh, unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Matip and Henderson playing centre-back today. Oh, God. Not Henderson. Are you serious? I've not even looked at lineups. My God. Henderson again. At least Matip's there. Kane and Son could have a good day running behind. I'm going for... I'd take a draw, mate. I'd take a draw. And I think... I hope Salah and Son both score because I've got them both in my team. After that disappointing... Bruno captain fail. I captained Antonio, Faddy. That's fantastic. I never knew that Antonio would get more points than Bruno. Bruno has Sheffield. No one ever. That's crazy. Well done, Mel. Well done. Regulon not playing. Yeah, he's injured. I heard Dylan Regulion, pronounce his name. I need Kane to blank. I need him to blank as well, mate. My cup opponent, captain him. If only Souček not on bench, I wouldn't be so stressed. Yusuf saying I have Lacazette and Saka. Not sure how long I should hold on to them though. I think Arsenal looking good at the minute, and I feel after Man United lost to Sheffield United, I feel you could probably keep him, or maybe just start one. Just keep them both for the Man United game, mate. Lacazette and Saka. And I know you're a Manchester United fan, and that's probably going to hurt keeping those two players against your team. But I'd say keep them just in case. SofaScore, love George. How you doing? Yeah, I love it, mate. Seriously, SofaScore, absolutely amazing. So I'm not sponsored, by the way. I'm just I love showing it. A big fan of them, and I've been using it the last couple of months. But highly recommend it. SofaScore, guys. You can find a lot of stats, heat maps on players and stuff. Do check it out. SofaScore. But yeah, so that's all really. That's all really. If anyone's got any more questions, believe it or not, Bruno only have 1 assist in his last 5 games. What happened to his form? I tell you something, I'm very surprised myself because he's blanked against Sheffield United now in both fixtures. You know, it's very annoying, mate. It's very annoying, and very surprising to see someone like Bruno. Such a heavy ownership as well, nearly 60% owned. Levitt, you know, he's mostly scores penalties, doesn't he? So vast majority of his goals this season have been penalties, haven't they? So he's been a bit inconsistent. So is he becoming a bit of a Salah now, a bit of a KDB, where he pops up with just an assist every 4 games? I just feel maybe I'm looking to probably get rid of him. I know it sounds bad, but I tell you what I've done so far. I brought in John Stones, put in Stones for Tierney. That's my Game Week 21 transfer. Midfield wise, I'm probably going to take a hit and get rid of Bruno and bring in probably Harvey Barnes. That's what I'm looking at doing. I don't really want to do a -8. Probably take Antonio out or Bamford out for DCL. I'll probably if I'm going to do a hit, the most I'm going to do is a -4. So that's all I'm going to do, guys. So at the moment, nothing's confirmed, but I'm thinking of getting rid of Fernandez for Harvey Barnes. So that would probably leave me with, how much would I have in the bank then? 6.1 million. That is absolutely insane. That's too much, isn't it, guys? But imagine having 6.1 million and spreading that out. My God. So that's how much I would have if I downgraded Bruno to Barnes, guys. That's absolutely crazy. But nothing's confirmed yet, but that's probably the likely transfer I'm going to probably be doing. But yeah. Skull's saying, would you recommend Justin to Diaz or Romero to Barnes? Mate, I would say get rid of Romero. I mean, he's basically like a CDM, not getting any returns. So do Romero to Barnes, mate. Don't worry, you're sponsored by OneFootball. It's only just a matter of time, mate. One day, if they ever want to, hit me up onto it, let me know. One of them, I'm more than happy to do a deal with them and team up with them. It'd be awesome. But yeah, some more here as well. Believe it or not. Bruno only had 1 assist in his last 5 games. What happened to his form? Absolutely crazy. George saying Tottenham 3 defenders against Liverpool. I'm just looking forward to this. I'm hoping Salah, after that brace against Manchester United, I hope he gets something against Spurs. We really need to beat Spurs. We really need to get our act together, especially with Man United slipping up against Sheffield United. That's a big chance for us to get 3 points and catch up. But yeah, all the expensive assets bad in form currently. Yeah, they are. I think that's why a lot of people are breaking the template. So people like Dread FPL, I think he's been talking about it. Break the template, #break the template. Go for your own game. Go for these differentials, and don't follow the crowd, because these big hitters, these expensive monster-priced players are, the little ones, the smaller, cheaper players are doing better than the bigger ones at the moment. Oh no, you're Transstone and you need to realise Laporte. But I know he's back, but I don't feel that's going to make a difference, mate. I think Laporte's been back for a while now, and I feel Pep's going to keep Stones and Diaz at the back. He knows how good they are together, and that's why they've conceded about 13 goals, I think, so far this season. And Stones, he's got a brace as well, so I can't see Stones or Diaz losing their place. Yeah, you hit the ball fraud. It was a good day to own Dallas back then, but now it's getting frustrating. I've got Alioski at the minute instead of Dallas. That was when I did my wildcard, because I couldn't afford Dallas, so I went for a bit cheaper than Alioski. What's my score prediction tonight, Penguin? John, how you doing, mate? Score prediction, I'd take a 1-1 draw, mate. I love a win, but I'm going to be not deluded. Say, we're going to smash him. I'm going to say it's going to be a tough game. But I think we will get something out of this game. We gave him a good game last time out. We had dominated possession in the first half. Hopefully I'm watching it with Boona on Llama's channel, Llama, Matt and Boona's channel later tonight. So I think Boona is wanting to watch it, do a watch along. So I think I'm invited to go on there. So do stay tuned for that for tonight. But I'll take a 1-1 draw, guys. 1-1 draw. Hopefully Son and Salah both score. That'd be great, because I've got them both on my team. Wink, wink. Guys, what do we think the predictions will be tonight? The score prediction, your score predictions. Spurs v Liverpool. What do you feel? What do you think? Do you think it's going to be Spurs win, Liverpool win, or do you think it's going to be a draw? Do you think it's going to be a boring draw? Do let me know. How many points am I on at the minute? Oh my God. At the minute, for this week, after that Bruno captaincy, I did absolutely terrible, and I've gone down from 1.3 to 1.5 million in the overall table. 47 points. 47 points, and De Gea conceded twice. Not once, but twice. Crazy. So, as you can see, that's how I'm getting on so far. That's my team. That's my bench, you can see right there. But yeah, so that's It's a bit annoying. It is annoying. Got Faddy saying 0-0. We've got George saying 2-1. I assume it's to Liverpool. That's what you mean. 2-1 to Spurs. Yusuf saying Gündogan captain or Son. Scholes is saying for Gameweek 21, I'd say go for I think Son against Brighton's a lovely one, but Gündogan's in very, very good form at the minute. So against Sheffield United, maybe go for that. You know, he's going to be lowly owned, and I think both are very good captain picks for 21. Just see how Son does tonight against Liverpool. Obviously, different sort of matchup, but if he scores tonight, I'd say probably Son against Brighton. Scholes. Should I trust West Brom defence because I will rotate Martinez with Johnston? West Brom defence, I wouldn't trust it, mate. I feel it's absolutely terrible, and I feel I think you should go for, even though conceded 3, Martinez is probably better. He gets some save points too, and I feel like Villa's defence is a bit more tighter, if I dare say, than West Brom's. So definitely just stay away from West Brom defence. Definitely. As long as Kane don't score, that's my prediction. Same. I only have 38 points this week with Kane and Salah to come on an 80k red out. Oh, unlucky mate. It definitely will be hard to bring KD back in. Yeah, definitely. But it depends if do we want him back? Do we want KDB back in our teams? Because he's not been particularly great before he got injured. I wouldn't particularly miss it. I don't think he's essential. I said it now. I don't feel, and other people say, I think it was JBT, I don't feel KDB this season at the moment is essential to own, to have in our teams. I missed out with no Cancelo or Gündogan. 2-1 to Liverpool goals Kane and Salah. I think that will happen, but hopefully it's Son instead of Kane. Fabianski or Martinez for the long run. I would say for the long run, I need to transfer one of them out. So if we have a quick look here, some fixtures here. Boom. So if we look at Villa's fixtures there, you can see there, you've got Southampton, West Ham, Arsenal. A bit tough, aren't they? Not really I think better-wise, I'd say go for Fabianski, mate. I think he gets a lot of save points. We know what Fabianski's like. He's got some good fixtures against after that with Villa away, Fulham away, and Sheffield United at home. So I feel go for Fabianski. I know that's the short run, but if you look at the long run as well, if we have a bit more of I'd still say, mate, go for Fabianski over Martinez. So that would be my one to go for. John Harris saying, I'm holding Mane at the moment, Penguin. Hope he can be a great differential over the next few games. I think he could be. You know, he's looked very, very fiery, and he just looks a good player. I really do like Mane. I'm a big fan of him. And he's very low ownership too, isn't he? So he's a very good one to go for. Yeah, but guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. If you have enjoyed the stream, hit that like button down below. Share as well on Facebook and Twitter, and subscribe if you're new around here. And check out my other 2 videos which I uploaded last night, short videos from the stream before about Maddison or Barnes and fixture watch as well. So check those out. They're on my channel also. Thanks guys for watching. Stay cool, drink the bubbly, and I shall see you soon for a Gameweek 21 stream, probably tomorrow or Saturday. So stay cool, enjoy the match, and see you later.